Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We have arrived in cruel difficulty. Let's see how it goes.
Is it possible to murder someone who's already dead?
So, a cruel difficulty has a number of interesting new things. Well, it's not a large number, but it's
That was fun.
the introduction of the ascendancy classes obviously has made all the characters a lot more powerful. Since you don't tend to acquire that class until the end of normal difficulty, it's not until cruel that you actually start to feel it, and especially it starts to compound in merciless. And it's I think even before that already had the experience, of course, that once you finish normal, you could basically sleep your way through normal cruel, and it's only by late Act 2 or maybe even Act 3, it's when you have to start paying attention again. You can just play it on autopilot for the rest, because the monsters in Act 1 and to a certain degree also in Act 2, they are there to not be too difficult, not to be too complex, because the new player obviously has to learn how the game works, so they can't be using all kinds of advanced skills. So as a way to remedy the problem of Act 1 and 2 being too simple later on, they have added certain monsters to the game, starting from cruel difficulty, that use different skills than in normal. So for example on the coast, so that's after we defeat Hillock, we will encounter fire breathing just people. I think they were just people, but they will be breathing fire on... Oh wow, that was a lot of preloading, I suppose.
Lion Eye's watch isn't much.
And similarly, we will have some interesting things happening in, I believe it is the coast. Let me have a quick look. I believe it's the coast, and there will be ghost pirates. Some of them will be using blade vortex. There's goat shamans. So there's going to be some more advanced variations of regular mobs. So also, I've managed to complete most of my prophecies. I've actually sealed one of them as well. So I got 5 new slots and just 2 crafting prophecies. So let's get to new ones.
Is it choice that carries you here, or is it fate? I see a need in you. A need to peer into your future.
This is the same text as on normal, so I'm gonna skip it if you don't mind. Seek prophecy.
Return when you can pay the silver fee.
I thought I had coins, yes, okay. So she still clearly does not like taking coins from your stash. You really need to physically press the coin into her hand.
A circle of silent giants imprisons a memory of undying misery. A dark tongue whispers dark words carried by the western winds.
Echoes of witchcraft. You will travel to the stone circle in the western forest and destroy the echo of the Aether Dark Tongue. Who waits there? That is interesting. So this is cruel only.
Hello. Life flows through the blood. Let slip the blood, and the life will continue in a new form.
Risen blood. You will kill a powerful monster whose blood takes on a new form. So this can only be completed in cruel difficulty, but I remember getting this or something very similar to it also in normal difficulty. So that's something that still puzzles me.
Welcome.
Hillock rewards. Don't care. 21% on a firing. No, thank you. But that's something I still haven't quite figured out yet, is why some things are locked to difficulty and others are not.
The furnace down at the slaughterhouse. Yes, that's what this place smells like.
So let's keep an eye out for fire breathers. And they're not the flame hellions, they're just from different areas. That's obviously something that also happens in these difficulties. You get mobs coming over from nearby areas. That also spice things up a little bit, because you get skill combos that you otherwise wouldn't see. But the game already used to do that, so it's nothing new. Hello, Acceleration Shrine, I like you. Oh. It's especially convenient if you walk into the wrong direction.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
So these are just the regular firebomb throwers. Oh, so good. Much appreciated. So I like how shrines can see show you how your build will play if you dial some of the aspects into overdrive. Wait. Well, we are still pretty damn potent, pretty damn powerful. Haven't consciously noticed anything that is breathing fire, but they are a more rare spawn, I believe. So we'll just have a look. If I physically pass you by, nope, that doesn't really seem to help. Ah, Cannibal Fire Eater, you. So those are new. I specifically remember the name, but they just seem to be hitting with their clubs. Ah, see, look, he's acting like a flame turret, so that's fire breath. So, those are new. I believe once we hit the ledge or the coast, there will be magma orb using goats. That can be fun. So, there's little things like that to make monsters a bit more challenging and make the experience in cruel and higher difficulties different from a normal. Hello there, Roas. Well, it's still going to be Act 1. I don't think they can really alter a lot about that. No, they can spice it up a little bit with some details, but they can't fundamentally change it. Let's see, Featherpool, I don't really care. And I still have 8 unused refund points anyway. Hello there, Ghost. Okay, these are just regular Roas, right? There's no yellows in here. Okay, 4-link bone armor. Oh, there's the Ghost, so I'll just kill you. Oh, obviously we need to collect the seashells. Oh, this is a yellow. Didn't really stand out that it was a yellow. It was a sneaky yellow or orange. Fawnhorn, a Vaal orb. So, given just how powerful we've become in normal difficulty, I suspect Cruel is gonna pass pretty quickly. Slightly faster than normal, because of course we're not building up our power base. We already have an interesting amount of power here. But at some point we'll be upgrading our 4-link to a 5-link, and well, if we get lucky, might even turn a 5-link into a 6-link at some point. But other than that, the numbers are just going to increase. And, well, especially once I got 5 and 6 links to play with, then obviously I can also play with different build varieties, different skill combinations, and different support gems to see, by shifting the focus into different directions, if the build becomes more powerful, more reliable, more controlling, safer, more reckless, faster to play or just slower to play. Things are like that. So I will definitely be experimenting. But first I want to establish a bit of a baseline for what is a normal play speed in the crawl. So far these new monsters, we've seen the fire breather so far. We probably make it to the ledge and maybe even to the area afterwards. We'll see. Hello there, brute princess. You have a terrible day today. Ooh, coagulated blood. That's a prophecy that fulfilled. Excellent.
Life flows through the blood. Let's slip the blood, and the life will continue in a new form.
Ooh, and
Exile.
Katarina, our friend, because she's also a caster. She knows what it's like. She gets us. Ooh, 15% increased spell damage. Oh, and 43 base energy shield. That's not bad. We have a really good rare though. Well, really good rare. Actually, it's 18% resistances and that's it. Okay, we can definitely craft something better. Things always look better because you have them equipped. That's something I find. But once you really start to dissect what's good about an item, sometimes it turns out that you have been overvaluing something for a bit too long. So, corrupted monsters. Will the real corrupted monster please stand up? Let's see, no, that's a dead end passage as well. So, these shellfish things, they are actually pretty nice to deal with a vortex as well, because the damage over time component is gonna kill their second form. So, Frostbolt next to it works really well. Hello there, reanimated skeletons. Okay, that's one. So, let me regenerate some of my energy shields. I so like that flask. Okay. Let's reactivate it. Boom, boom, boom. And there is a physical reflect. Yeah, fish reflect. We have nothing to worry about fish reflect, of course. Oh, I have to wait for the minions, because they are not as fast. We have to walk all the way around. Yeah, this is the passage, and there is Katarina. Ooh, level 3. Sweet, sweet. That means more crafting opportunities. Okay, so now we're still looking for the cave crustacean, the big one, or the exit, whatever comes first. I'm not terribly fussy about killing the cave crustacean while recording or just afterwards. So whichever of the two we find first will do. Either way, before I start the next episode, I'll have the cave crustacean slain. And it looks like we will be heading to the ledge today. Okay, that's a chromatic. Boom. Oh, they shattered, so obviously if they shatter, there are no corpses to turn into the second stage. Faun horn, well, it's not linked, so we'll skip it. So crits are going to happen every once in a while. Still not something I'm focusing on. That's not going to be until late Merciless where we'll actually be focusing on crits. Until then, we're just going to scale damage, and most importantly, we're going to scale our defenses. I really want to reach the point where I've got more energy shield than life. And given that I've got quite some nodes dedicated to life. That is going to be pretty good. At some point we'll be speccing out of some of them in order to free up points to put either into energy shields or into crit nodes effectively. But before we reach that point, we first need more energy shields. So I think the end goal for the build is to have about 80% increased life, which is very low, but 250% increased energy shield. So that is respectable. And especially because via the Sorrow of the Divine you have access to Zealot's Oath. Well, I think it's safer than most energy shield builds because you can cause a regen. Okay, everything can be leveled. Okay, let's assign a quick skill point. Let's see, fold this in. So we just reached this and we are gonna grab Arcane Focus, 20% increased maximum energy shield. So we go from 1029 to 1114. That's 85 extra points. If my math turned out correctly. And yes, I know there's this thing that you really shouldn't do live math while recording, because most of the time you're wrong. It's still fun. I just can't help myself. Even though I might be wrong, it's just fun to calculate stuff. I always just automatically start calculating stuff anyway. If I see numbers, if I see formula, if I see things, I just have to do it. Also, we were looking for special goats, or was that the next area? Let's see. Wetlands, coast, broken bridge, ship graveyard, the climb. Okay, that's the next area where we get the magma orb goats. Well, this rate will be heading over to the prison waypoint, I think, for this episode. It's a very good first start. The next episode we can tackle the trial as well as the warden, and who knows, if we are lucky with map layouts we might even make it all the way to Merveil. Next episode, that is. So, boss fight, so let's actually do some cursing here. Also, let's regen a little bit. Boom. Boom. This is just such a fun build. Very satisfying, just exploding stuff. And I can imagine the biggest change once we hit Merciless is going to be the crits and therefore the freezing. Because at this point in the game you don't really need it as a safety element, but once you hit late Merciless, then getting more life, more energy shield becomes harder, because you already picked up the easy nodes on the skill tree. You've already mostly maximized your gear, and it's really expensive to get more because you need to end up in like the highest tier of gear rolls. So at some point your life pool and energy shield pool is just going to cap at a decent point. And if you completely play self-found, that you're gonna hit a plateau, so to say, a bit earlier than if you trade for gear, because via trading you get access to other people's lucky rolls. And as a result, well, with trading you can get slightly more powerful gear. So that's one of the reasons why I've decided to do a bit more trading, is just to get access to those lucky rolls in order to actually get further into the game, rather than dying once I hit the plateau. And that's why now the content is going to be more entertaining, because I'll actually be playing game rather than rebuilding my character all the time. As happened with a certain Chaos Caster Shadow that I previously played. It was fun, I learned a lot, but I also learned a lot. And there is a Hakuna Matata over here.
Talamoana, warrior.
Oh, also, there were special goats here. I've completely not been looking for the special goats. But I also haven't noticed any molten lava balls of doom, death. Find the spirits. Oh, that's the starter spirit. Yes, yes. Then find the exit. Ooh, fun. Also, I'm completely maxed out on resists because I was hugely over resisting things. Only had to craft a little bit of fire resistance onto my body armor using the master crafting of Haku in order to completely maximize my fire resist as well for cruel difficulty. Also, standing inside of these exploding circles, not the best of ideas. Okay. On the other hand, I'm quite digging the loot drops here. Already got the different currency items and some skills and some rares, and yeah, this is nice. I like this. Also, just getting access to this Vaal temple set of monsters in Act 1 is pretty cool. It really provides some variety, but unfortunately, all the fun things have to end. So Haku is now level 4 and about a third. That's okay. Goatman Fire Rager. Just that's a regular chamois, and that's a Fire Rager. So Fire Razers are special, apparently. Come on. Is that a piercing fireball? Fire Razers are supposed to have... They use Magma Orb. Fire Razers use Magma Orb. I haven't seen him cast a single Magma Orb. Wonder if he's bugged. Oh, Iron Point the Forsaken. I haven't killed you in a while.
I need more pockets.
I think it's last time was in normal at this point. Artisan Strongbox, yes, we can upgrade that. Okay, +1 level, sure. Oh, speaking of strongboxes, the patch notes for patch the E patch, the 2.3.0e patch. It listed that strongboxes spawning the Rogue Exiles would no longer be just spawning Tor Orgoso. So apparently that was a bug that only he would spawn from them. Came from there, we have to go this way. So I've only had a couple of spawns, so I hadn't strongly noticed it, but I saw the thread on the Path of Exile Reddit about it. And since then I have been paying attention to it, and I've only had one Rogue Exile spawn from a chest since, and well, that was Tor Orgoso. The other Rogue Exiles still just spawned out in the world. If you had a chance encounter, or if you had a prophecy for a Rogue Exile, that could be anyone. But chests were bugged in that they only spawned Tor Orgoso, and that should now be rectified. So variety is a good thing. It's the spice of life.
Isn't a child's playhouse compared to this. They sure don't make them like they used to.
And the waypoint. So that's pretty good progress. Have a chat with the fine folks in town, and we get some more skills. So Curse on Hit is an interesting thing. I've tried it and theory crafted a little bit with it. I haven't found a setup where I actually liked it, because initially I wanted to use the Frostbomb as a delivery vehicle, but the 3.5 second delay is a lot, so then you would have to combine it with less duration, which drops it down to about 2 seconds, but for Curse on Hits with Frostbite, it's not as efficient. Vortex, you will be using 2 links. It's a massive AoE. So using it to deliver the Frostbite would be pretty nice, but now again, you'll sacrifice damage, which is unfortunate. Let's see, let's take increased critical strikes, because I don't have it yet and it might become irrelevant. Let's see, Tarkly. We get boots. Hey, 4-link eelskin. Oh, we can sell that for a chrome. Yes, yes. Everything else I'll deal with later. So, prophecies, Navali. We have 4 slots. We have 4 coins. I think we need to fill them.
The jeweler leaves 5 fingerprints and connects them with a single thread.
The jeweler's touch. You will create a fully linked 5-socket item with a single jeweler's orb. Awesome. I just found myself a new body armor. Well, the crafting ingredients for the armor. Still need to find in the actual armor. But this is very nice. This is a very nice prophecy. It's probably going to be worth quite a bit at about this level.
They flee from the eyes of Oria, coated in gold from head to toe.
The wealthy exile. You will encounter and slay a rogue exile who wears only rare items. So this one is also limited to cruel difficulty. I've also had it in normal. So why is this one locked to difficulty? I can't grasp it yet. Is it because there are different rewards or something tied to it? But no, the rare items seem to be the reward in itself. So I don't know. Some things don't quite make sense to me yet, but they will at some point. Or they won't. They're prophecies after all. It's magic.
A grand treasure fractures like a dropped mirror, yet somehow goes unharmed.
Ooh, you will slay a foe who drops 4 identical rare items. I've had Calandra's Craft in normal as well. And finally,
The cold blusters from above, chilling the unwary to the bone.
Ice from above. You will discover an area with Arctic tempests. I think we had fire from above when we entered Act 3 in normal. So this is a nice counterpart. So we get Arctic tempests. And with that, we have done enough for this episode. So I'm going to thank you very much for watching. And I hope you'll join me again next episode when we venture forth and defeat the warden, do the trial, and chase after a piety. So for now, I'm going to thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.